Good morning and welcome to another episode of Back to the Past with me. I am Blair. I am back in the Ozarks and I've actually been here for about 3 weeks now. And although I haven't put out a recording recently, I have been doing some recording. And my priority really is to get the inside of this place insulated, and I finally got some good weather for doing that to where it had been cool and really rather pleasant working conditions, not too sweaty. And I think I, like most everyone else, just absolutely hate the itchy, nasty feeling of putting in fiberglass insulation. What the episode that I recorded shows is that it can be done without getting too nasty and itchy by not having to work overhead, even though I was working mostly on attic insulation for this episode. Now, I had a terrible cold. I had absolutely no voice at all, so I was unable to record or I was unable to do any vocal recordings. But I did add in some notes and such, so we'll watch that here in just a few minutes. And it's really a fairly short episode. But what I wanted to be able to do was to put in some plastic overhead, then work off of a ladder from essentially above the attic level, working down below me to where I didn't have that nasty stuff hanging over my head and having to do a bunch of stapling and such. And it actually worked really well. The one thing it wasn't is very time efficient. If you want to know a way of doing this sort of work and not have to suffer through the nastiness of it, great. If you're looking for a faster way of putting in insulation, this is not the way to do it. I started out by running a layer of R13 insulation with the craft facing on it. I ran that parallel to the ceiling joists, and then over the top of that I put in a layer of R19 unfaced that went perpendicular to the ceiling joist. So I got good coverage and a total of about an R32 of insulation, I guess that makes it. Now, when I lived in the mountains of Colorado, I did an R38 insulation kind of in a similar fashion with 2 layers of R19, and that really worked well. Down here it doesn't get nearly so cold, so I'm not too concerned about just having an R32 rating. Anyway, let's get started. I'll maybe play some music, or you can turn down the volume and crank up your own tunes for a few minutes, and let's watch this episode.